What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, and I'm here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors, man. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe, man. We got a lot of exciting things to get into today. First off, join our private investment community here on Facebook, Private Stock Market Game. As you can see, we are over 6,200 active investors over here, all learning and growing with each other. Shout out to one of my students, K-Rock. He hit over that $3 million mark off learning this information. And also shout out to another one of them, Mo Diggity, been going crazy right here. He just called out, this is why you want to be a part of this community, because not only do I call out fire plays, but some of my students who've been around in the game for a while and been learning and catching on, they're able to do this as well. And this is one of the plays bro called. He called Crafty Metaverse, and a lot of the community members were able to benefit off this play as well, especially if you were in the private Discord. So that's just why it's important, to come join this community. Now, if you want to be expedited into being accepted into this group, make sure you join or follow me on Twitter at DecemberDeMarco. Same way the YouTube channel is spelled, as well as on Instagram. Now, we got some exciting news to get into today. We have some updates. Of course, y'all see Satoshi has retweeted the DoggyDAO blog. Also, we got news about, Shiba Inu coin holders becoming millionaires, and we have a new token review at the end of this, so stay tuned. This is going to be an exciting video. So right away, I want to come to this article by Whale Watcher or Watcher Guru. It says Shiba Inu could make investors millionaires after 2030, but there's a catch. I've been telling y'all this. If y'all been rocking with me for a while, I've been telling you I'm diamond hand and shib for 5, possibly 10 years, and this is why. So the 1 cent dream. World's ace investor Warren Buffett once famously said, "Our favorite holding period is forever," he explained. "If you don't feel comfortable owning a stock for 10 years, you shouldn't own it for 10 minutes. His words of wisdom go in tandem with Shiba Inu's iconic phrase, the 1 cent dream, which was coined by stock and crypto analyst Dale Crypto. The 2008 market crash was so intense, they called it the financial Pearl Harbor. Buffett stayed true to his words and held on to his assets even during the 2008 market crash. The crash had wiped out $23 billion of his fortune, but he remained unfazed and held on to despite the big players selling their holdings. The value of his stocks at present day has more than tripled, and he's now the 5th richest man in the world. He's a prime example that shows holding to the long term will bring better returns than the short term goals. The market has its ups and downs, and only the ones who bite their teeth and hold could eventually make it." So what they're trying to just stress the fact of how important it is to actually be a diamond hand holder, because the markets, remember I told y'all, the markets will shake and bake us and take you through, the toughest times and really try to shake you off. That's how it's designed. It's designed to make you feel emotional. It's designed to, be down during holidays when you need the extra money. It's designed to drag you through possible financial crises where you will have to end up selling, and it's going to go a little bit further into that. So Shiba Inu, the 1 cent dream. More than 1 million people have invested in Shiba Inu, and everyone is waiting for it to reach 1 cent. The goal can make generational wealth for current day investors. However, SHIB breaching the 1 cent mark in this decade seems highly likely. Nonetheless, after 2030, there could be possibilities of it reaching the magical number due to the increased burn rates and demand. Will all Shiba Inu investors turn millionaires after 2030? The answer is plain and simple, no. But why, you ask? Well, here's the catch. So this is the main thing y'all need to pay attention to. The crypto market is a roller coaster and goes through hundreds of ups and downs. The market is mostly not for the faint-hearted, as it can turn brutal during a crash. Not everyone is capable of handling this uncomfortable situation for the entire decade, or for an entire decade. And that's why I try to tell y'all, only risk what you're willing to lose. I don't just say that just because I'm saying you're going to end up losing your money, or just to put an amount that you don't mind losing. I'm saying only put an amount that you're willing to lose, so that way it doesn't stress you if, or not even if, but when the market is being volatile and dragging you lower and lower. So keep that in mind. So we're back to the article. It says most of the present day investors will most likely sell their holdings a few years down the line. The reason? Well, because it's not performing as per their expectations, and the 1 cent goal is not getting closer, meaning it's not happening fast enough for some people. To make it to the finish line of 1 cent, the market will drag investors down a dirty hole in the meanest way possible. Due to changes in lifestyle and commitment, investors are bound to sell their SHIB holdings before it reaches 1 cent. I'm gonna read that again. To make it to the finish line of 1 cent, the market will drag investors down a dirty hole in the meanest way possible due to changes in lifestyle. Could be having kids, it could be, paying for bills, college, school, whatever. It could be paying for a car, house, and commitment. Investors are bound to sell their SHIB holdings before it reaches 1 cent. The majority of investors will miss out on reaping the reward due to their impatience. I try to tell y'all, Warren Buffett also says this: time in the market beats timing the market. So all you have to do, it's not financial advice, but it's advice I like to follow after, one of the world's best investors, which is time in the market beats timing the market. It's just saying, if you don't plan to hold an asset for 10 years or longer, you should not be holding it for 10 minutes. And with SHIB, I already knew out the gate, once I did my due diligence, I knew this was a 5-year hold for me. But as we continue to see more catalysts, more use case, more adoption, I'm starting to even broaden that time span to around that 10-year time frame, because it's like, if I believe in it so much and I know, it'll be a lot higher at 5 years, imagine what it will be another 5 years of maturity after that, y'all. You got to connect the dots, and you just got to be patient. But Shiba Inu can make every single, just back to the article, Shiba Inu can make every single investor a millionaire after 2030 if they hold on to the long term. The key to attaining generational wealth is to read the first paragraph of this article again. So let's go. We'll go back to the first paragraph of this article. So, world's ace investor Warren Buffett once famously said, "Our favorite holding period is forever." He explained, if you don't feel comfortable owning a stock for 10 years, you shouldn't own it for 10 minutes. His words of wisdom go in tandem with Shiba Inu's iconic phrase, the 1 cent dream. So if you're not prepared to hold potentially, for 10 years or more, you might get shaken off before we hit that 1 cent. Does that mean it will officially take 10 years to hit it? No, it does not mean that. If we come up with more, burn rates and things like that, use cases and utilization as well, that will speed up. But I'm prepared to wait it out that long. I'm prepared to go through the depths, diamond hand in my Shiba Inu, and of course, if it skyrockets before then, take a little cherry off the top here and there. But I'm prepared to diamond hand, through the long term. So let me know in the comment section, how long do y'all plan on holding? How long will you be able to hold this project if it drags us down? So now we got the DoggyDAO launches on ShibaSwap. So DoggyDAO Phase 1 release. The day has arrived. We are happy to announce DoggyDAO will officially launch in the upcoming hours with our first phase approach labeled DAO 1. From that point and going forward, any and all projects that want to form part of our wolf pools will need to be decided by community voting. DoggyDAO launching on ShibaSwap not only factors community voting rights, but also accomplishes a closer path to our mission for decentralization and actions that expert authority / control over certain areas. We are calling this a beta release as we are expecting proper community feedback, while also observing the workflow closely to make sure our community finds the system easy to use, secure, and fair. So first phase, DAO 1 beta, is focused on providing immediate power to the community in order to choose crypto projects and pairs on the ShibaSwap wolf pools for the future of the decentralized exchange, as well as how the bone rewards allocation points are to be distributed amongst them. The community will be able to distribute their voting power when holding T-Bone, which is the staked form of Bone. The rewarded liquidity pools are to be decided fully by by these votes while adding the developer team from making those very choices. While avoiding the developer team from making those very choices, excuse me. So as a reminder, there will be a list of the top 50 liquidity/volume pairs from shibaswap, and each user can weigh their important votes into the project or projects they are interested in. Vote responsibly and do your own research. As DoggyDAO provides a system that allows the community to make project decisions, it is important to understand that shibaswap developers and/or anyone from the Shiba Inu team breeds are not directly involved in the autonomy of the voting process. Just like we protect the integrity of the ecosystem by handing this to the community, we kindly ask users to do their own research before making any choices that could potentially onboard risky projects onto the swap. The system is autonomous and run by you, the community, and therefore the responsibility falls on those who vote the projects in. Remember, anyone, meaning any project, can provide liquidity into shibaswap, and by introducing DAO voting mechanics, these projects can enhance benefits by becoming a wolfable pair thanks to your votes. Once again, we ask you to please understand, while not ignoring risks that could associate with an infant, unknown, unaudited, or potentially newer project, so please vote responsibly. Projects will be competing for your votes, meaning they will want to make things attractive for the Shiba Inu ecosystem holders. We are always evolving the platform and are making every effort to keep users informed in all areas. So, as a first phase, we can't wait to see what works best for the community. As an additional safety mechanic, the Guardian's 6ix9ine wallet, alongside the defense breed, would have the final decision for allocation approval and proper onboarding. This is an empowering effort to avoid any scams, thus overviewing the process of autonomy, as well as factoring in someone truly gaming the system. So locked pairs. The following are to be acknowledged as locked pairs that will not participate in the DAO process and therefore cannot be decided by the community. These pairs are designed for the well-being of the platform and liquidity. Furthermore, these receive 50% of the bone allocated to the liquidity pools, and therefore the remaining 50% goes to the community through the DoggyDAO system. So 20% bone ETH pair, 7% leash ETH pair, 5% shib ETH pair, 5% shiboshis. We got the shiboshis listed on there now. 5% leash bone, 2% ETH USDT, 2% ETH USDC, 2% ETH DAI pair, 2% for the ETH and the wrapped Bitcoin pair. Now shiboshis appear. A wolfable surprise for our community will be shiboshis. We are happy to introduce a shiboshi 5% of the bone per block designated to the liquidity pools, which will now form part of the locked pairs. 5% shall be divided amongst all 10,000 shiboshis. Therefore, the more shiboshis you have, the more money you earn. Keep in mind, we are working on an accurate process to onboard this in the most responsible way for our NFT holders, and in which we create a passive reward system that acknowledges the wallets holding the NFTs. This is also being introduced in beta status, and will announce more information on the specific locked pairs as we progress and find the best method that serves our beloved shiboshi holders. So a welcoming voting portal. Visitors and users to shibaswap will now see a link to the DoggyDAO directly on the main portal. It will take you directly to the site in which you are to distribute votes. DoggyDAO. So here's a picture of it. We'll also take a look on the website as well. So for the voting process to be acknowledged by the DAO, users must stake their bone to get T-bone, while also distributing their amount of choice to weigh in and provide to that pair listed within the platform. Voting will undergo a 5-day period. You will be able to see if the voting sequence is acknowledged with an active or closed status and its timeline. As you enter the active grouping of pairs, you will be able to see the name of the listed pairs, volume information, and voting entry system, in which you can type in or click the icons to navigate. Percentages of the vote split will also be shown next to the selected pairs. Once you click on the proposed grouping, you will be able to see additional information such as author, voting system, start, and end date. So here's a infographic of that. This will be a weighted voting system where you can assign percentages, while the total voting power will be divided into multiple pairs by such percentage assignments. The more these weigh in, the more votes a project achieves, the more AP it will have. To make things even easier, you will also be able to lock Bone directly from the same portal. Locking Bone, convert your tokens into the stake version of T-Bone, which is required for voting rights to be acknowledged by the DAO system. It also adds it to the same pool as Berry, as you are staking your Bone tokens. At the end of the voting period, we will review which pairs got the maximum allocated votes, and as these are acknowledged, so will the percentage amount for Bone rewards. APs and pairs will be determined depending on the results of the voting process, and totaling 30 pairs as maximum will be executed and processed to appear in the wolf pools. A current results screen is displayed as well for a transparent yet effective way of tracking the voting power. Pair amount of T-Bone weighing in and percentage information are displayed throughout the process. So here you can see which one has the most percentage, basically which one, the current results for which one is winning. The executed pairs will be showcased for a period of 14 days, and their APs will remain there until the next voting occurs and finishes the week before the expiry date. Voting will begin once with a brand new batch of pairs or rewards that will be decided and selected by the community. Finally, as we observe the behavior in the first 2 rounds, we will be using a brand new staking contract to lock Bone for a longer period before the voting begins, which doesn't stop whales and exchanges from entering, but can certainly help mitigate at a higher level. We are excited to announce the next evolution of the ShibaSwap platform with DoggyDAO. The foundation of decentralization and community voting rights grows. This is the genesis of new projects competing for your votes to enter ShibaSwap while providing benefits and a voice to the Shib army. Wolf, as always, thank you for your support. So this was pretty exciting news to see, run this video back if y'all need to take this information in. Also, here's a look at this. Here's the added section right here. So vote on your favorite pair to receive Bone. Vote with T-Bone. So here you go. Remember, you have to bury that Bone in order to, be acknowledged by the DAO system. So click that, and now it'll take you here where you can actually, determine how much Bone you want to lock. Remember, they said it adds it to the berry pile, and here you can vote. So I like this also how they split your vote up. So let's say if you wanted to vote on 2 pairs, it would split your 100% vote into 50-50. Now let's say you want to vote on 3 pairs, it would put it into 33.3, and 25% if you want to vote on 4, 20% if you want to vote on 5, 16.7 on 6, 14.3 on 7, and so on and so on. So come in here, take a look around, y'all, get familiar with this yourselves. Also, a lot of exciting news. We got a new project that I'm going to be doing a full video breakdown after this, but I just want to give y'all a chance and introduce it to y'all in this video. So I talked with one of the founders yesterday, actually on the phone for about a half an hour, and I'm telling y'all, this man was extremely passionate about this project and was relentless, and basically put in a lot of effort to make sure I check this project out. So this is Serenity Token. I'm gonna be doing a full review on this, but I want y'all to be able to check it out real quick inside of this video, just in case people from the my regular community that also just watch Shib videos want to check out a new token. Now I haven't reviewed this one yet, so this next video will be a full live breakdown review, everything that I like about the project, don't like about the project, whether I think it's a good project or not. You want to see this because you can also use this information that I'm about to use to break down this project on other tokens to determine if that project might be a solid project. Now remember, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own due diligence. But I will say, I feel the energy behind this one. So you can follow them at Serenity TKN. And I'll just take a quick couple looks at some of the updates that they have. So just letting everyone know, our audit by CertiK is in progress. So they got the audit already in progress. That's very important for me. So 16 hours ago, they were at 453 holders. I did take a look on Dex Tools, and they are already up to 528 holders from where they were at that point 16 hours ago. So almost 100 more holders, y'all. This project is very early. If you like to find, you know, new projects before they completely take off, this one only has a market cap of 1.7 million, meaning it is still very young. So take a quick look at the website. The website is Serenity Token.art, and they're also listed on CoinMarketCap as well, up 18% on the day, y'all. So stay tuned for this next video, and that's all we got right now. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.